Our church has entered into a partnership with the Anne Arundel Community Development Corporation because we both realized that there was a great need for affordable housing in the Laurel area, in particular Bacontown, a small community that's a part of Laurel. And so as we met to talk about it, we realized that there were some challenges that we could overcome if we could find a way to work together. In our agreement, the Anne Arundel Community Development Corporation agreed that they'd be responsible for actually building the housing. Our church agreed to be responsible for recruiting people who wanted to live in those houses and to conduct homeowner training at our church. So at our very first meeting, we had 45 people who showed up, and they were anxious to begin learning about home ownership. From that beginning, we forged a partnership which has allowed us to move many families into new homes. Those homes are affordable. They were priced originally at around $100,000. Now, of course, they're a little bit more than that. There were terms which the Anne Arundel County Community Development Corporation could provide that no other developer could provide. And so we're really happy that this partnership has continued. Kathy Koch, who's director there, and Sherry Williams, executive director, have become good friends as well as partners in the affordable housing endeavor. Another partnership that we're involved with, I'd like to tell you about. It came from an idea that came about in a class that Bishop Forrest Stith was teaching at Wesley Seminary. He wanted the local church to be involved in a way that affected another part of the country. And so I was sitting next to Reverend Cecil Ladede, who was from Zimbabwe, and I said, Cecil, what is it that they grow in Zimbabwe or produce in Zimbabwe that my local church could use? And he said, coffee and tea. And so from that idea, we began to develop the idea to import coffee from Zimbabwe. This coffee is grown in the hills of Zimbabwe by 140 families, and then it's shipped. It's shipped here to South Carolina, where it's bagged and it's ground, and it comes to our local church. And there at the local church, we begin to market it out to people who are interested in drinking coffee. And of course, we all know Methodists drink more coffee than anyone else. Let me just tell you what happens with the funds that are received. Part of it goes to support the families that raise the coffee and grow it and ship it to us. Part of it goes to the local church. And part of it goes back to the African University through the Hope Fund to fund the projects that our bishop has set forth for the entire conference. In many ways, we're just starting to explore the many possibilities that we have when the local church begins to connect with other people in our communities and in other places around the world. We can make tremendous differences in the lives of people when we expand beyond the walls of our church.